Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast, and the next person that's going to be in Stephen A's crosshairs is the Doug Gottlieb. Okay, now look, Doug Gottlieb has been on Fox. I think he was on ESPN for a little bit, and then he's moved to Fox years ago. That now he's a head coach at a college basketball program. Maybe it's his alma mater. I think, Wisconsin Green Bay. I don't know if he played there. Not sure. I think, or maybe he played at Marquette or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, though, he's played college ball back in his day, and transitioned to media and TV, and he has some pretty strong words to say about Stephen A. Smith. Okay, he was like on the Andrew Marchand show, but this is exactly what he said. Specifically, he says, I think Stephen A. has become a little bit too big for his britches. And I think a lot of those artificial arguments, I respect how strong an orator is, how strong a personality is, the fact he'll bring his Stephen A. to everything he does. But I also think there's a level of preparedness that is missing, or a level of realness that's missing. That's why I say those arguments are artificial. And that disappoints me, because I think there's a lot of talented people out there that are getting opportunities, but they're not really given the depth of what they know. Instead, they're just making top-level arguments, which is clearly barbershop stuff, and I don't think you should settle for that level. Okay, Doug Gottlieb, he definitely tries to come across with like this holier-than-thou type of situation, or not situation, this holier-than-thou type of guy on TV. Okay, now, and he's mentioned this many times. He's definitely argued about how the media has been and try to spin things and keep it to the facts. He's like the conservative guy with sports talk. Okay, but he definitely has rubbed people the wrong way many times. However, he says Stephen A. brings the Stephen A. to the TV. Well, that's what they're paying him for. Okay, Stephen A. is not being paid. And look, I'm not defending Stephen A. But at times when people do want to come out and take a shot, I hear the shot. Okay, I hear I see the jab being thrown, and I try to see if it's valid in this case. He's partly right, but the bigger point he misses. Or maybe he does, but it's like he lacks preparedness, and he's not. He basically brings up just surface level talking points. Well, that's TV. You know what I'm saying? The general audience, the general audience are not super intense sports nerds, right? Stephen A. is a surface level sports commentator, okay, and entertainer for TV, which is why he's getting paid on ESPN. All right, they're not look. Nobody refers to Stephen A. Smith for expert level NBA insight, right? When I make my vids about Stephen A. Smith, I talk about some of the nonsense that he engages in, or some of the things that he's spoken that makes him look foolish, or something that he brings up that's controversial, or that's getting clicks, and everybody's talking about it. So you speak on things that's trending, on something that he's done. When I want real basketball analysis or anything like that, I don't go to Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go look up the stats myself. I'll go to certain X feeds where basketball nerds are putting up stats and giving insights, and going to actual articles that break down the game and stuff like that, right? The general audience is not going that deep. Okay, they're gonna talk trending stories and what's popular, and Stephen A. is gonna add some flair. Now, the one thing I do agree with Doug Gottlieb is that Stephen A. does like to generate narratives, though. Okay, he'll say, my sources say this, I like Jaylen Brown. Okay, what's another one that came out recently with Kevin Durant, right? Kevin Durant is not a good leader. Steph Curry is not a good leader. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of points that get him in hot water. And Stephen A. has to go out and defend that. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation. I played at Winston-Salem, and he coached he played under the great Big House Games and his book and everything, and shooting a whole bunch of threes, whatever it was he made. He never missed a shot in the game. There's a whole bunch of stuff that Stephen A. has done. There's issues with Russell Westbrook, comments about that, comments about Kyrie Irving. Okay, there's a lot of narratives that Stephen A. likes to hang his hat on and push for views and clicks. So on the one hand, Gottlieb, I understand that point, but on the other hand, I'm not going to completely agree with Stephen A. The lack of Stephen A's prepared. Stephen A's prepared to talk his bleep and make stuff up at times, or create a narrative, right? I don't think Stephen A. is not unprepared. Okay, I don't think Stephen A. is that fake. Okay, does he bloviate at times? Does he get exuberant at times? Yeah, but I don't get a sense that Stephen A. is a complete fraud and phony. He puts his mouth at times, and he creates some BS narratives to drive ratings, right? I wouldn't put that in the fake category. All right. But he is a TV entertainer. Okay. He is a TV commentator. Okay, so but Stephen A is going to interpret this as a high level of disrespect, right? He's going to bring up his credentials. I've been an inquirer and a journalist for 20 something years and yada yada, 17 years, whatever it is, right? And remember to bring up his old credentials, of his old media credentials, to clap back at if he decides to respond to God, because Stephen A. Smith is taking a slight sports break as he is covering a lot of the political affairs going on as we have gotten a new president. Okay, but I'm sure he'll take time to address Doug Gottlieb, who's kind of withered away in media himself, right? And maybe Doug Gottlieb now is a coach, and he took the moral high ground of not participating in sports surface level conversations and narratives, but it doesn't drive views. It doesn't. Doug Gottlieb is not an entertaining guy, and that's why he didn't like media. So these guys like Doug Gottlieb, they're getting phased out and going to coaching and stuff like that. But I mean, look what Doug Gottlieb's doing right now, though, right? I mean, he's taking a shot at Stephen A. Smith. It's going to drive traffic. People are going to start talking about him now, right? So there's a circle of life / synergy that play that Doug Gottlieb also fell right into it as well by even having his take. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.